Hey guys, so I'm so sorry I couldn't get a live reaction out to you guys for like the past 2 weeks. Especially this week, I've been so busy with midterms, but today I want to talk about a couple of things that happened in chapter 507 and where they might lead for the next chapters, because I'm sure you guys are as excited as I am to see what's going to happen. So the first one is Jalal. We see him encounter August, and I was going to actually make a video about this because I knew this was going to happen. Because in the very beginning, Jalal says that that his sole purpose for being here is to take out Zareth. Okay, yeah, alright, Jalal. I mean, Jalal is extremely powerful in his own, right, but Zareth is on a completely different level. There's a very few amount of people in this fairy tale universe that can take down Zareth. Not even Acnologia really can. So, do I think that Jalal can take out Zareth? No, I don't. So, of course, I knew he was going to run into one of the Spriggan 12. And it just had to be August. I don't see this going well for the Ursa ship. And I have been waiting for this to happen. Yes, there's been, instances where Ursa has happened. Jalal and Erza are, getting their thing on. But we've never really had that feeling, yes, this is it. So, I've been waiting, and I thought it was going to happen, and now I'm very scared for Jalal. He cannot do this to us. We've waited way too long for this, since the beginning of this fairy tale series. So I really August doesn't seem to be trying very hard in this fight. He's kind of just reflecting back their magic, not using his own. He literally should have ended Mira Jane with his finger. He literally has so much power built into his little finger that he can shoot a beam of light and end a life. Why hasn't he done this to the Rashion Sais and Jalal? I have no idea. I think he's just bored and playing with them, to be honest. And when he actually uses an ounce of effort, I'd hate to see where that goes. Because we obviously know he can do so much, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything. I just hope Jalal can get out of this alive, because if he doesn't, it's going to leave Erza in shambles, and it's going to leave the rest of us with, anger. So much anger. I'm going to be... Moving on. So, we finally see Erza with Eileen, and I'm not sure what to think now that it's happened. The only thing that Eileen really says is, I am you, and you are me. Alright, hero, yes, let's finally have this huge encounter and leave us off with a cliffhanger, because we've been waiting for this for so long, and you just had to do that. Okay, so I've come up with 3 things that she might mean by this. 1, and I know I said that I don't actually believe this in past videos, but now I actually might, is Eileen is Erza from the future. Whoa, what? Okay, so, why do I think that? Well, I just now noticed, now that Erza's arms are destroyed on both her left arm and her right arm, Eileen uses gloves on both of her arms. Yes, it looks creepy and intimidating that they look like demon hands, but why does she do that? She's already super powerful, anyone can sense it. Why would she need to make herself more intimidating? Well, the answer is, kids, that she doesn't need to. So, why use the gloves? As we've concluded in past chapters, Erza does not like to look weak. Obviously, no one does, but especially Erza. That's why she always uses armor. So, it would make sense that if this is to happen, and Erza's arms really are out of commission, that she would wear gloves to hide her obvious weakness. And if her arms are really that messed up, she would not be able to use her weapons the way she did. So why does that, even matter? Eileen enchanted the swords and gave them personalities. Yeah, you might be saying, okay, well, what? Why swords? She can literally enchant anything and give them a personality and make them deadly if she has that power. Why swords? Maybe because Erza can't use her swords, so she uses her magic to work with the swords. Kind of jumping off on a limb here, but it makes sense. But it's also really weird, because why would Eileen want to kill Erza? Because that means that Eileen would cease to exist. And the only reason I can come up for that is kill Erza before Gray and Natsu completely messed her up, because then she would never turn into Eileen and she'd never feel weak, so she'd have to build herself up. that would never happen. And if this is completely like true or whatever, how would Eileen know exactly where they are? I mean, yeah, her eye, but it's kind of weird that she shows up as soon as this happened. I mean, like, damn, Erza, you just had, like, it's really weird to think about, but I guess it makes sense. Like, she knows where they are, the gloves, the swords, it adds up. It's really weird. Okay, so the second one is that Ursa, I'm gonna keep switching these up because now both E's are messing me up. Okay, so Ursa is actually Eileen's enchanted sword. Now, her saying I am you and you are me could be meaning that through Eileen's magic, she created Ursa, so that makes Ursa a part of her and her a part of Ursa. And I mean, it's kind of weird to think about, but the swords that we did see that were enchanted by Eileen were extremely powerful. They had the same type of humor that kind of Ursa has, but why she would enchant a sword and Ursa growing up and all of this, it kind of is iffy. There's a lot of weird spots that would need to be answered, and we'd have to take so long to even figure out why this happened. So I don't really think that one's like a major possibility, but it is a possibility. And the third one is obviously that Eileen is Ursa's mother, and that one would make the most sense because Eileen doesn't necessarily look 100% like Ursa, but you can see the similarities. And she's obviously older than Ursa, but Ursa not recognizing her own mother is kind of weird. Why? Because obviously when she lived in the same town as Cogger and Simon, she had a house. Who did she live in? She didn't live in that house by herself. She had to live with her family, and we know that she remembers the past, especially the day that she got taken, so you would think that she'd remember her family, but she does say that she doesn't know who this person is. Unless she completely blocked out her mother because her mother was so horrible. Weird. So, I don't really know which one to pick. They each have, like, holes that need to be answered. So let me know which one it is. 1, 2, or 3. The next part that I want to move on to is Natsu, Lucy, Juvia, and Gray. It's not how I expected it to happen, the whole reuniting thing, but I did like it. I did like seeing Gray and Juvia ended up holding Gray after he passed out, and then just falling together. They're just at peace. The only part that has me worried is that, yes, Lucy and Happy come to Natsu and he just passes out because he's so relieved. Both of the boys are relieved. But the only problem I have with this is that Natsu passed out. Why did Natsu the last time that Natsu passed out, E.N.D came out. Do we completely 100% know that E.N.D is gone? No, he didn't even finally transform. I am at 100% positive that E.N.D is not gone. It just wouldn't happen. There's been so much buildup, and then his arms transform. Okay, we did not see a full body transformation, and we are going to in the next chapters. I just don't know when, and I hope it's not now, because if Eileen feels threatened, she will attack. And I am not sure if Natsu and Eileen are on the same level. I mean, it's scary to think about because I feel like Eileen will do some major damage to E.N.D, and then who's going to take out Zareth? I mean, maybe a combined attack with Natsu and Gray, and plus Lucy, Happy, Gray, and Juvia, Wendy, and Carla are all there. A battle between E.N.D and Eileen would be catastrophic. They would get hurt. And so I hope this doesn't happen because there's just so much that can go wrong. And with Gray being out for the count, Juvia being out, and Lucy's probably not even thinking about what's going on, really. She's just happy that Natsu is there. I don't feel like they're going to be prepared. And I know Erza is the only one that's aware that this person, and probably the only person that can do some damage, but her arms are out of commission at the moment unless some bullshit happens. I mean, Wendy is there, but I swear to God, I mean, there's just so much that can go wrong right now. So please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I am sorry that I'm going so fast. I just want to get all of this out there. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope I can get back on track. So, peace out, guys.